had the eyes of a beautiful woman, a woman in a Burne-Jones picture, and he had in addition the fantastic, caressing ways of a child. I loathe effeminate men, yet there was something curiously pathetic about this boy, which made you like him in spite of everything. Nevertheless, I couldn't help thinking that Mrs. Jack had got herself and her poet into a tight corner. After all, he was of age, and if he had promised to marry somebody, why, short of her being his own grandmother, he was morally bound to do so. As an embassy official, I declined to have anything to do with the matter. All I could do was fix it up about his missing passport with the chief of police. Moreover, it annoyed me to see Mrs. Jack, who used to have at least a liking for me 2 years ago at Carlsbad, taking such an interest in this lanky-haired youth. I couldn't help chaffing her all that week when I was made to do courier and trot the whole party round to do the sights. There are strangely constituted persons, it would seem, who like going over palaces, and for these Petersburg must be a veritable paradise. Mrs. Ormesby was one of these. She spared me nothing. Good Lord, the amount of ground we must have travelled that week. Miles of the Winter Palace, and miles of the Hermitage. Better let 'em marry and fight it out like the rest of them, said I, one afternoon in the Hermitage, when she had been wailing the curious apathy of her poet. Impossible, she cried. Now I've kidnapped him, I'm going to carry the thing through. It's all a mistake, dear lady. A happy poet? Who ever heard of such a thing? It's unnatural. You're taking the man's bread out of his mouth. What on earth is he to write about if he's quite comfortable like you and me and other reasonable mortals? Besides, if he doesn't make a preposterous marriage like most other poets, where do the biographers come in? Think of the many estimable middle-class gentlemen who have supported wives and families entirely on the little moral eccentricities of Byron and of Shelley. But Mrs. Jack was getting angry. Don't be a fool, Kenneth. I'm half afraid when he wakes up out of his dream that the boy will go back and do what he calls the honourable thing. Or she might follow him here, I suggested airily. I was getting rather sick of Mr. Philip's amorous affairs. The gods forbid!